it seems interesting, but they need some sort of huge lockdown. A DK is really not going to be enough.
You itemize for it, I guess. Maybe get an ATOS, but generally you want to have more stuns. That's why the Void, like you mentioned, again, gonna fit around their lineup really well if they can get their hands on that.
Incredibly, TNC leaves their other support. This pick.
It could be a 4 tiny. I've seen it in the past.
They have run. They have run it. They have run
I think that's what you want to do here, because there's an Underlord, a Witch Doctor, and a Phoenix in the pool, all of whom are going to do max HP or percent health missing based damage. And you don't want to play tiny against those sorts of drafts. You play that as 4, you're going to have a much stronger like roaming support, and it plays very well with Bat Rider. You just harass the lane down, and no matter what your matchup is, you're going to do fine. I think you definitely want a core here. Probably your RML hero, but in truth, I think there's more carry options open at the moment. I could see an Ursa being effective.
10 seconds remaining.
Jug isn't bad either.
I like Jug against Phoenix because I think Jug is probably one of the hardest counters to the egg. Maybe Troll as well, but yeah, Jug would give them lane stability, give them team fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like Jug, Ursa. If you can't pick Huskar, that's not a thing. They have no save, but you want something to be a strong laner and also be able to deal with the egg. Weaver's not good here. It's way too squishy. You want something with more of a frontline ability. So your 2 options. Yeah.
Signaling that.
10 seconds remaining.
Not a surprise to see the Void.
Only issue is that there's limited damage output TNC, like limited AoE. They have a lot of single target and a gyrocopter, but Gyro in a game against a DK and an Underlord, if he isn't able to just have a game, like they're going to be in a tough spot.
Okay, now.
This is a mid Timber, so I think for the DK, I guess they can swap things around because there's like, you either want a Timber to be on the DK's lane or the Underlord's lane.
It's usually a Raven hero. TNC.
Armel plays it too.
Yeah, I've not seen Armel play it for a while.
I like SF here for Vici.
5 seconds remaining.
SF will deal with the Timber. They need some like burst to kill the Timber right now.
You need a BKB hero too. It has to be a BKB hero. It can't be Tia. I really think it's like SF. Maybe a Death Prophet. Those are really your only 2 options, I feel. Fits their lineup pretty well.
TP would be good here, I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's good. It's like the go-to Timbersaw counter. Both lineups have their strengths and weaknesses.
I like everything apart from the Phoenix.
Yeah. Like if that's an AA, doesn't the draft just look way better?
Yeah.
They ban it. Take a Phoenix. It's just so strange.
And they had the choice. And they banned it last as well before they took the choice.
The cool thing is, we're going to see it this game. It has no relevance whatsoever. But when Phoenix eggs, it turns the clock to daytime. Because of the sunshine that the egg provides.
Thank you, Carl.
No problem.
Very good information.
Thank you.
Glad I could be here.
Moving.
Such a PMA way.
He's here a week. Predictions, Jack.
You know, Lana played pretty well on this. But I like TNC. So I'm going with TNC, and I picked them with the series as well.
Okay. Winter.
I think the Timbersaw pick is really good to round things up. And I mentioned I don't like the Phoenix, so I'm just gonna go with TNC to close this one out.
Okay.
Game 3, TNC losing their first game in a while. Vici Gaming has a lot of experience crowd. I think that they have enough to stay, and happy with that. They have Phoenix Underlord. I'm giving it to Vici.
Okay, very strong opinions amongst the panel here. They have their thoughts on the 2 teams. It's tied up at 1-1. We have to separate them in our final game. Time to head back to the arena to find out who advances to the semi-final of the Upper Bray.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. And yes, should be an exciting one here. This game 3, we are seeing some switch-ups in the draft. That obviously opening with those bans. TNC saying, we're not going to let you play the Bane OD again. You've got to try something different. And they switch it up here, Vici Gaming, and so to TNC. This final pick Timbersaw.
And a support Tiny that they're running.
Yes, a
which
little
I have
different.
not seen them do, I don't think, in a while. I've seen a couple support Tinies,
sure.
in particular from the SEA region, but I don't think them so much. See what Tims can make
30 seconds to battle.
happen. So DK in the mid lane, DP in the safe lane. So Timber versus Dragon Knight as well as Underlord can be a very good matchup for that Timber.
And TNC wanting to, have a bit of a go on the Lion.
Yeah.
And see what Cuckoo can do in response to, obviously, Lanham's performance last game. Lanham had a very good time.
He was the 4 on the line,
Sure.
though, so Cuckoo traditionally playing more of the 5.
That's going to be a bit difficult in that sense, but we'll see what they can make happen. TNC will head over. Iron must claim that bounty rune. And down bottom, in fact, it looks like VG Gaming did not head over to contest that one at all. So TNC will actually be able to open up with 3 of the 4 bounty runes.
Okay. I wonder where Tims is actually going to make his move now. How he wants to play. Because ideally, not ideally, but for the most part, when TNC does play like the Bat Rider on Sam H, they don't like to leave him alone. Otherwise, he usually tends to struggle, so... Tims is positioned around mid, though, for the start.
Can you maybe make a sort of a toss play with a homing missile under the tower? Would be pretty sweet.
Does seem like that's what he's going to try to go
It
for
sort of
here.
works out.
Yep.
Homing missile buys
Raven's
the
running
time
back.
for the end of the tower stun. There will quite be enough damage to kill him, but still, nonetheless, pretty annoying here for Paparazzi.
Yep. He might just TP to his tower. Yeah. And that's...
But just say he's got toss
It
again.
actually got it again. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
That's
All right, well...
Paparazzi.
I mean, I thought he would just TP too.
I mean, it will be fine, but yeah,
We're both on the same page.
He knows that the toss was there.
All right, now he gets zoned off of a full creep wave. All right, TNC.
I mean, Tims has got a toss to get. He could just continue to play around with Paparazzi.
He's gonna throw it back. He's dead.
I think he is. They've just got a nut at first blood there. Tims, you
All
said,
right,
what's he
Tims.
going to do on the Tiny? That's what he's going to do.
Okay, yep.
He's going to give Paparazzi the triple toss treatment, and it does the job. And now he's not got a TP. He's having to walk back to lane.
All right, Tims.
Mid lane is pretty shaken up here for VG
Yeah.
Gaming. There's going to be a level 1 DK against what's going to be a level 3 Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I mean, top lane as well should be TNC favored. It's a Timbersaw versus an Underlord. Underlord's going to get farmed, but once the levels start kicking in particular, once level 6 for Timber. Okay. That was the treatment there by Tims.
So it's got to be one of those sort of plays that happens, and you imagine it's going to be a little bit tilting for Paparazzi. As I say, he's level 1. It's a level 3 Jara. Raven is now going to really be able to keep Paparazzi on its toes.
Yep.
Bottom lane, Fenrir. He's been caught down. Look who's there, Tims, with a quick toss. They do have the paralyzing cast bounces, which will buy time for Fenrir to get away. Ori also comes in to make sure that the Witch Doctor does not get chased down. Fenrir will survive.
Haste.
A mid lane.
Now Cuckoo's just hasting over too.
He's got a haste rune.
Just going to burn that mana.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Make sure that Paparazzi is kept pretty unhappy in this mid lane.
And now you can just run back top with that haste.
And
Oh, wait, they're actually bringing 3 heroes.
yeah, they've got to stun back up again.
Uh-oh.
This is going to buy time. Tim's trying to close the gap. Homing missile will be there. Poor old Paparazzi. He is not having a lot of fun here mid. They are going full in on him, and there's no TPs coming in. Paparazzi will try and run himself away, but they're just going to be able to kill him again. This is just bullying. Paparazzi is he's getting the whole works here from TNC mid.
Some cool moves coming out from Tims, for sure. And now they have, like we were mentioning, they have this Timber versus Underlord matchup. Like Underlord gets the farm, but they don't really need to help the Timber too much. Couple pulls just to make sure they can get their levels, but they can rotate around quite a lot.
Yes, yeah, just a very interesting way to see TNC approach this DK mid, because a lot of the times we see DK picked up, he has a solid lane, because it is one of those heroes. It's pretty beefy. Doesn't have the 2 points of Dragon's Blood, but as we've seen, TNC definitely still showing that there's methods to really knock back that DK in the early stages. See how he catches up to Raven's farm.
I mean, if he gets shut down in this game, they're pretty much like all magic damage to this Dragon Knight. Their physical damage is going to be Gyrocopter much later on, but DK very susceptible to all that magic.
Bottom lane, looking for Sam, but Sam has the Firefly. Cast will come out, but he's already over the tree line. Don't have the control there, VG Gaming, to catch the bat.
Tims will get 2 bounty runes off that.
can see obviously Raven with his skill build, getting those levels in the rocket barrage, so if they do get that toss opportunity, they have got that magical to kill him.
Yeah, Tim's is moving over as well. You see Paparazzi though now, he's actually holding a skill point for the time being on the Dragon Knight.
I think, well, just in case he
he gets stunned until he doesn't get tossed back is what I'm imagining. He actually just skills up the free fire now though, and Tim's might make the move. But bottom, Sam H.
There's a lot of damage there, and with the Maledict, oh, it wasn't quite there. In fact, they didn't need it. They just dive in and get it at the same time mid. Tim's is there, looking for the body blocks. Raven close to the gap with the rocket barrage. That's another death for Paparazzi. This mid lane.
Top, Armel.
He's trying for it. Infused raindrop will help out 11 a little bit. Armel not quite level 6, but 11 he's got those one charges. Mel soaring back in 5 seconds, but 11 looks should be fine. Regenning back up. He has also got the shrine if needs be. On a lane, Sam H.
We'll
Be able to get in and get Femra. It does indeed cost him his own.
But top,
They're still
continue to try to
chasing
go for 11 here.
See how 11 can play around. He has started to get some of those one charges back up, so they will not commit onto him.
Like you said, the bullying. Paparazzi's last hits 15-4 to the 28-8 at the moment of Raven, and he's going to be level 6 soon on this Jero, so they can still look for those kills.
So he can get an angle on, so 11 does have the stun. So take that mana away.
Down to 1 raindrop charge. The kill threshold will be there once Armel hits level 6.
Yeah. Put a bit more mana back.
So it's pretty scary too, to be a death prophet in this game. They've got heavy amounts of bursts on the side of TNC, and there's not really the greatest save on the side of Vici. Sure, they have a frontliner between the Underlord and the Dragon Knight, but if Ori wants the Blink Daggers come out in particular, and if he's getting grabbed up, they should be able to bring him down with the Tiny as well as the Lion Finger. That is definitely a big concern for Vici. They need to start getting some kills and some responses to the aggression from TNC.
I'm going to try.
Look at mid again.
Lanham and Femra are going to come in this time, but straight away, it's DK in a lot of trouble. Gets tossed back underneath the tower.
Alden actually first misses, but
he's still so dead.
still enough.
And Raven should be fine. Does have the Maledict on him, but it's not enough damage to bring him down. And in fact, he's coming forward because Tim's.
Toss back.
He's diving in. He's got the control. In goes Femra. Femra will get the chance to throw out a right click. That brings Raven pretty low. But TNC again keeping everyone alive in this mid lane. And
Value Shrine.
Tim's is certainly showing us what he can get done on this Tiny. Quite a bit of a an approach to the mid lane that, as you say, we've seen some teams sort of do the support Tiny, but with this sort of amount of focus on mid, it's something pretty different and on another level that's really causing issues for Vici Gaming.
It reminds me of something that I've seen Roger been doing as like Earthshaker when they play the Gyrocopter mid. He just sits there constantly. And they're going again. They're going again right now for Paparazzi.
Poor old Paparazzi. See if he's running the bottom lane. Sam H will get caught out, and again with the old beam and the Maledict then find him a mid lane. Poor old Paparazzi. That's a 5th time. Ooh.
And top. Armel looking to go for 11 here with that level 6. Actually level 7 now.
The one charges have been popped. 11's still alive for now, Armel.
He's continuing. He's got another chakra. It's off the mark. He even cuts the tree that he was trying to timber chain to.
Happens to the best of
us. But he forces him off. And this is what we were saying, when you have this Timber Saw versus these strength heroes, in particular just like Timber in most of the games when you get it last pick, you pull him out limit and allow your supports to just kind of move around the map and do whatever they want. And now bottom again, Sam H.
He's in trouble. They're getting the kills down it, that's for sure. But he does bring down Lanham with him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But Paparazzi's game is...
Oh boy, he's on similar net worth to the Cuckoo Lion.
Yeah. What is he? 0-5?
0-5 in 8 minutes. This mid lane has been well and truly shut down. And to be fair to him, he's not really had much help from his team.
No.
His team have been focusing on killing Sam H.
They don't really have the traditional heroes that can kind of rotate around. They don't have this standard 4 hero. They've got a Phoenix, so they don't really have that. They have to bring both supports to really help versus that aggression. Armel continuing to look at 11. 11 actually bought a new Ranger up.
He needs it. But Tim's there as well. They catch onto him.
Yeah, even though most of the damage is pure damage from the Timber Saw, it's the Whirling Death if he's not next to the tree, so we'll be able to block a decent amount, a little bit amount each time.
Paparazzi at least getting a bit of backup now. Lanham hovering around this mid lane, just in case the attention does get drawn in again. on the Dragon Knight.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Already going to be a hood for Armel.
This TNC starting to show us some of that, a glimmer of a fast-paced game that they pulled out in game 1. 9 minutes in, 8 for 4, 3K lead for TNC.
And definitely concerning for Vici. Now, even though Sam H has died a couple times in bottom for TNC, he's still doing pretty well. He's almost level 7 on the Bat Rider.
Been sort of keeping the pressure up, and yeah, at the least it's just forced Vici Gaming to keep the majority of their attention down bottom, backing up Ori, which has meant that Paparazzi has suffered, and so has their top lane.
I think they might want to make a move when I'm probably going to have Exorcism again to try to help Paparazzi a bit and maybe get this gyrocopter kill, because I mean Raven's farm is very, very high, and killing anybody else on the map, like the Timber is unlikely. So it actually seems like it's going to be Paparazzi making the rotation instead toward bottom to match up with that Exorcism.
Well, they can get done at the same time. TNC have gone for a little bit of a smoke with Raven and Cuckoo. Out on the prowl. They have the DD rune as well.
And they see...
Oh no, not Paparazzi.
They see Paparazzi again with this ward.
Not like this, not again.
They will spot Lan him.
Lan might tank it.
He's going to tank the gank, I think.
Or not if he heads away.
He's level 6 now. He's got Supernova. They're giving Tims the mid lane now for a bit here to get that Blink Dagger secured in bottom again.
They're going to come out. They'll get Sam. Now mid lane, they're going to move in. Well, now it's Paparazzi, but he has TPs coming through. Paparazzi will be fine. Or he does TP into the mid lane with the remainder of his ghost to make sure that TNC can't get a fight going here.
Has a full Yules finished up on Ori too. So he's going to have to be the key to this game to bring his 2 cores back, because both 11, DK, and Underlord are suffering.
They are indeed. Armel, he's that top net worth Timbersaw. He's had a beautiful time up there. Mid lane, they'll open with the Yules. TPs are coming in. They're focusing down Tims. We'll get the kill, but now looking for the turnaround. Supernova's going to be Pop Raven, trying to take down the egg, and they'll be able to do it. They've taken down one, they'll chase down Paparazzi. Paparazzi ain't getting himself away from this one. As they don't get the tower,
and
they do get Tims, but they lose 2 lives.
Armel taking a tier 2, just...
Oh, this is
definitely, I mean, this is such a concern for Vici.
I mean, you were sort of saying to me, I feel like these sort of games that we're seeing against Vici are making it look like teams that went into it and didn't ban out these Omnis OD, but the Omni, the Bane and the OD in particular. It's just showing that when you take these heroes away from VG, they certainly suffer.
Yeah. TNC's been making a lot of aggression in this, a lot of aggressive moves this game.
Yep.
They can actually, with the Tiny and with the Lion, and we see mid here. As soon as they get aggressive to go in, they get turned on. Supernova at level 1 is very easy to bring down. All you really need is like either 1 hero with good attack speed or 2 heroes to easily bring it down.
Yeah, Raven and Cuckoo just prioritizing it.
Yeah, and Paparazzi being so shut down and also being versus this heavy magic damage lineup, he's just struggling to find a footing.
Ooh. It's been a rough opening here, this game 3 for Vici Gaming. Tims has Blink Dagger available.
And Raven now farming the triangle. They've been stacking these Ancients constantly.
All the farm in the world here for Raven.
That'll take him a while to kill it all, but with the Mask of Madness, it will make it a bit faster. And Vici just trying to find a way to recover back in this game. Already a 5k gold advantage.
How do they slow down these cores? How do they kill the Timber?
I think they probably want to try killing the other heroes before making their way toward that Timber. The Maledict is probably going to be the only way they kill Timbersaw until they have maybe like a Spirit Vessel or something along those lines. But they are looking for a smoke play here, but the deep wards from TNC were able to read that movement. And I believe that is Tims with the Blink Dagger too, now finished on Tiny.
Yeah, he's got it. He has got it, and he's ready to make plays with it as well. Top lane. Hey, there you go.
All right, they're gonna bring 4 heroes up here. Maybe with Exorcism and Maledict and the Sunray, they could have enough damage to bring down this Timber.
Let's see what they can do about it. He'll get the chain off though before the silence. He's heading up, always popping the Exorcism. He really wants this kill, but Armel will get held back. They've got the control with the Dragon Tail, the Maledict. They have the magic.
Bringing 5 heroes.
And an Exorcism.
And an Exorcism. They've got at least the Underlord port to be able to respond to bottom.
Oh, Sam H. Surprise!
Oh my god.
I don't think he expected that many.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A bit of a wake-up call there for Sam.
Good move there by Vici, though, to catch themselves back up, getting those 2 core kills.
Get some pressure onto this tier 1 tower as well. Paparazzi with some good time left on the Elder Dragon form.
TNC wants to fight this, though. There's no exorcism.
To say with that blink on Tims, double damage as well. It's a painful bit of wood that he's ready to throw.
And TNC's going to see Vici retreating completely out of this bottom with the ward that they placed earlier, those deep aggressive wards. And we've seen Vici, they've been putting sentries down everywhere to try to find this vision. They've actually got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 sentries on the map to try to spot TNC's wards, but unable to really find any of them. It's been the battle of vision between these 2 teams.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
SamH does have the blink, and they know it now. Vici has a ward to be able to spot the movement coming in. 11, really wanting to finish up these creeps.
Oh, he wants that sensor. He's not going to get it. Drag backs there. They've got the jump with the blinks.
He got greedy, because he saw them coming in too. With that ward, he saw them moving through it.
The rest of Vici Gaming are eyeing up this tier 1 tower. Top the level exorcism back in 25 seconds.
Those are some those are super costly mistakes, though. When you're already at this big of a deficit, now it allows TNC to go for some more tower pushes. And Harmel able to just push out the other lane that they are not pressuring.
Then they're taking a tier 1 tower, but they are losing a tier 2 for it.
Yeah, and they're using the Dragon Form. They're trying to save the Exorcism for the fight. Ori almost level 12 too for that level 2 Exorcism.
This lead very firmly being held by TNC. 8k gold lead now, 16 minutes in.
They got tier 2 bottom. They're getting the tier 1 mid as well.
And Raven and Armel are absolutely massive.
Yeah. And Raven even has more stacks to back up to as well. Another ancient stack on the left side, yeah. And then, yeah, Paparazzi's still struggling to try to catch back up. He's going for the BKB, but you see his bottom 5 net worth on this Dragon Knight, as well as the Underlord. Which already, as we mentioned, they have a hard matchup versus all this mass magic damage that TNC has drafted.
Mid lane.
Tims tries to go for a play here on Talanem, but the quick jump back.
The haze screen is set.
Ori is coming in with the Yules. Tims able to distance himself, though. Throw the tree at him for good measure.
I might try and jump in onto Ori. I mean, Ori's hanging around here, and that's going to allow them to get in straight away with SamH play on the back. That's Ori gone for 50 seconds. They've got the control as well onto Fenrir. Cooldown comes in. Fenrir's going to fall to double kill for Raven.
Oh boy.
TNC making these jumps. I mean, Tims is going to go in, and they're going to find a third as they go in straight away onto Lemon. He does have that hood. He's pretty tanky. In fact, it is the full-out pipe now. But he will survive. Turns with a root onto Tims, and Tims
Look at Tims.
will get caught out by the Firestorm. Still, though, TNC are still poking around, and there's a lot of stacks on 11. 4 stacks, in fact, with the stun coming in, and Arno burst. The finger from Cuckoo, they found it. The Supernova at the high ground is just a bit of a sunset in the distance as TNC are miles away.
Already 11k gold ahead and 7,000 experience. Vici, they can't really get too much on the aggressive, like, to make these aggressive plays. They absolutely require Exorcism to actually have any damage in their draft. The Sunray can be decent if Lineup can distance himself, but TNC has a lot of ways to close the gap already. And now they will back up, get some farm, almost pretty much having the BKB for the Gyrocopter.
11k, this lead, I mean, it really is akin to sort of what we saw in Game 1 from TNC. This is the sort of Dota that they revel in. When they can play this fast, get these lanes that favor them, they do not mess up whatsoever. And Tims on that Tiny, having that massive effect mid, means that, as you say, they have the Exorcism, because Ori, he had a fine lane down bottom, but they don't sort of have that second core that can really move around with the Death Prophet and give Vici Gaming that chance to not only lock down heroes, but actually be able to kill them.
Yeah, I mean, Tims is 150 net worth ahead of Paparazzi and 1,000 gold ahead of the Underlord. He's gonna have a Shadow Blade soon on this support Tiny. It's 18 minutes in. Vici pretty much have to play as a full unit now, because they can't split up. When you're playing versus a Batrider lineup, you're losing all the map control, you're gonna get picked off if you split, so they're gonna have to play in turn like this and just rely on these big heavy ultis for their team fights. Because we know the way TNC plays, we know the way they draft. They're not about those big ultis. They're just looking to run at you.
And it's, as we're seeing, it can be absolutely terrifying. TNC have been a lineup that some may say teams may overlook sometimes, but they cannot be underestimated. They really can't, especially on land.
I can't believe how farm Tims is actually. Like, he's top 4 net worth on this tiny. Blink Shadowblade treads. Pretty much a core.
This is such a hard game now for Vici Gaming. TNC forcing Vici Gaming into a situation that Vici Gaming were able to force TNC into last game, but very much so at double the pace. Bloodstone, Bleep, or Armel. They are going to try and smoke out Vici Gaming with the BKB now complete on Paparazzi and see if they can find a pick-off.
They've also got the BKB on Ori too, so we're mentioning heavy magic damage on TNC, so they are a bit limited for this physical. This could be the play that gets Vici slightly back into this game.
Armel on the front though, not really the target you want to jump on. And they know.
Sam A gets some wards down, but now Fenrir.
He's got to grab and immediately reacts there with yours at the roof. Your Ori pops BKB will head into the center of the fight. Raven pops his own BKB, the cooldown down, trying to hold them back, but now VG with those BKBs they're chasing. The TNC, they're cutting them off to the side. Armel does get surrounded, he's been sucked, but they've got the self-fuels. They'll go for the supernova. Is it going to be enough to bring him down? There's a lot of magic on one. They'll look for the tip now, but he's not going to make it. They take Armel down, get rid of some of that man's Bloodstone charges, as well as Sama H. Considering the situation that VG Gaming have been forced into, that first fight with the 2 BKBs, very, very nice for them. They get 2 cores. They're able to really put a dent into the team fight that TNC have been out-executing them with so far.
They do get the 2 cores, but there's a Bloodstone on the Timbersaw, so he's back. They're ready to play. Now they know no BKBs, no Dragon Knight ulti, no Exorcism. It's time for TNC to make the aggressive play.
So Sam nearly gets the grab, but instant reaction and just the power to BKBs at this stage.
They can't take the fight into the BKBs. Especially when they've got the Exorcism running. Did you see they tried to go back in once they disappeared, but
top. He's on his own. There's no escape for this Dragon Knight, as he will say goodnight for 50 seconds. Still very scary for them to be out on the lanes as such.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Vici can only make moves every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And now TNC make their way into that pit.
Now a Dragon Knight, and without the Exorcism and a Supernova, there's no way the Vici Gaming are coming out of this.
Yep.
It's Vici. At the least we'll find a tier 1 tower, but you see still a trade that TNC will be more than happy getting this Roshan. That does come close, but not going to look to try and have a look at himself into the pit. They'll grab it. Raven takes the Aegis. And that's the money done for the full S and Y over the BKB. So, starting timing 22 minutes in for Raven. He is a very beefy presence in these fights.
Yeah, him and the Timbersaw just leading the charge in the farm constantly. And Tims with this Shadow Blade. He's haunted. And we'll decide to farm ancients.
We're back, John.
So Vici, they've got everything ready. This could be where they look for a smoke play. They check there's a ward there. Fenrir with the smoke available.
It would be into the Jara's Aegis though, so this is the thing that makes it hard, but at the same time with Vigi's lineup with the DP and the DK, they do want to consistently keep going.
Yeah, whenever those are up, I mean, they kind of have to make plays, otherwise you're going to start falling behind more and more versus this lineup of TNC. There's vision on the high ground here, TNC. On him. Checks it out.
Let's get the D ward.
TNC's pushing in all the waves right now too, so it's not really giving Vici a good opportunity to make the smoke, because if they do, and all your lanes are pushed in, very obvious.
Well, now has a full pipe on himself, so...
Yeah, Cuckoo also now with a Blink Dagger, so they've got more ways to start the fight, as well as get in on and burst somebody down. Trying trying to push out this bottom. But look at they're all playing together, and they're falling further and further behind in both gold and experience. TNC looking to get aggressive here, maybe try to get somebody before they get the BKB off.
Kuku's also picked up an Embers ring, so might have the chance to get a grab. There's good sentry coverage though from VG Gaming, so it will be hard for Kuku to make a surprise entrance. VG do stay close behind their tier 2 tower. And see now bring the wave in. Armel banking the tower, keeping his reactive armor stacks high. Can VG really jump forward onto this? TNC pushing in with Raven at the front, has the Aegis. Not really the target that VG Gaming want to go for, unless they want to take a very hard fight. As TNC keep the pressure on, and will get that space and time to take down the tier 2.
Gonna take a little bit longer. Backdoor protection's active. Creeps are coming back in though. And look at TNC's positioning on the side there. They know that they just have these two beefy heroes in the front.
Just nothing the VG can do about that tower going.
Yep.
Just have to let it happen.
Paparazzi's almost got the blink, so it'll be an easier way for them to actually catch and start the fight themselves when they do use Exorcism. Because besides that, their catch is pretty minimal. They kind of have to they have to react to TNC starting the fight and then them counter-initiating. TNC. They're going to look to try to get somebody and lock them down before that BKB comes off, and 11 is pretty far up right now.
This map pretty scary.
They've got
they're going to get the grab on. Sammy, he'll see a target and he'll take it. In they go, on to 11. Pipe or no pipe, no way that you're surviving through that amount of damage.
Timmons is trying to stalk Lanham as well now, down bottom, but Lanham actually gets into the base in time.
Arcane Rune here, bottled up by Sam. Eon Disc has been completed by Ori, so there will be that chance for him to stay alive in the fight a little longer.
Yeah, great item on the Death Prophet.
But still, damage is certainly what's lacking here for VG again. When TNC coming as 5, and they're going to try that bit. They're going to jump for the fight. Paparazzi gets next to me. By Kuku, lots of damage though out to Raven. They're bringing him low, they're bringing him down once. The Aegis has been taken out of his hands.
He's dropping low.
Trying to timidate himself to the safety, but BKB's coming out from Paparazzi. No, they're focusing the timber, now fucking him. Arno will fall. Raven coming in with a cooldown. Eon Disc on Ori keeps him safe. BKBs will now start to wear off. VG Gaming, they are able to take the Aegis out of the hands of Raven and punish Armel.
The high percentage damage they have from both like the Firestorm as well as Sunray, it isn't enough to actually like pierce through that Timbersaw for the time being. Now that Exorcism's gone though, it's gonna be a lot harder for them to fight.
Yeah, definitely sort of that minute of weakness, as you say, that you would imagine TNC will want to try and punish.
Yeah, I mean, like we mentioned, like they're completely relying on having their ultis up for Vichin, but they're looking to make a smoke play. They've got vision of Kuku walking through that ward. They might be able to get a catch at least on the support here. Kuku with the quick blink away though.
See what TNC do decide to do now that they all back up.
I think they can maybe just like sit back and farm a little bit for Raven so he can actually have some physical damage, because they're really lacking that to be able to do anything versus those BKBs. We see the butterfly queued up.
Yeah, he is close to at least the Eagle Song.
Yeah.
Nanum does pick up a gem for the team. So Gaming can look to regain control of their half of the map. Just making that a little bit harder for TNC to try and make these invasive maneuvers and catch up the solo.
They didn't find this left ops ward though, which is actually scouting out majority of Vici's movement right now. Pretty sneaky ward, Lanham. He's looking.
Oh, he's so close.
Oh, he didn't see it. That's not your standard ward. Usually the ops ward is placed on that right side, so that's nice and sneaky. TNC being very innovative with their wards.
Again, VG Gaming having to keep themselves right inside of the base as to not get caught out by TNC moving across the map. Of course, TNC still holding on to this massive lead, 15,000 at 28 minutes. The pace that it's built up has started to slow down, but still VG Gaming just unable to to really shift the game back towards their own favor.
Yeah, they keep having to get these responsive team fights. They ideally want to be able to get a fight and get an objective or something, but you see the way that TNC's positioned. You see Tims has been playing top for a very, very long time, just constantly pushing that wave in, and while bottom, same kind of thing. The Batrun and the Timbersaw have been pushing bottom, so Vici, they keep having to respond to these waves, unable to make their own play.
And as you said, you know, Tims being a tiny, but this time they're able to keep farming, so it looks like TNC just have 4 cores at the moment on that.
Yeah, he's got a BKB now finished on this tiny if he wants to buy it.
There is no telling that this was a support tiny at all, Tims.
And Raven now has the butterfly finished when he disassembles his Mask of Madness, and he will do so.
But they have, of course, given time for the ults to come back online for Vici Gaming. So Exorcism's back up in VG. They do want to try and force something.
It's level 3 Exorcism now too.
That butterfly, as you say, will now give them a chance to kick back through the BKBs of VG.
So smoke v smoke. TNC's trying to play around their ward because they know that Vici has the gem right now, so
Trust me, I know how to handle such power.
positioning themselves on the high ground.
Go for the scan here. TNC will be off the mark. VG gonna head back over. Cuckoo has the high ground. TNC with a favourable position. Who they're gonna make the jump on? I'll go straight away on the Underlord. Pull out comes the Raven. Pops the BKB. The Underlord dead. He just gets propped on, or he pops the ghost and the Exorcism, but he's had to run. Too much damage coming out from Raven. Tried for the supernova, but it's more of a supernova. He's down. 3 out. They'll buy back on the Underlord. They've lost 1 on TNC, but on the side, Armel controls that paparazzi. Cuts down the DK. Raven gonna die. He's gonna live. But now the shrine isn't enough. The spooky, scary, fishy old ghost. It's not enough to kill him. Raven will survive. The Underlord buyback is enough to take Ori back to base.
The split-second decision there by Tims. He blinks in and he actually activates the shrine, because I don't know. I think Raven might have actually gotten caught up to it.
He needed Tims to do that.
Tims needed to activate the shrine for him.
Some very clutch little plays, and as an overall, as we can see, just cements that lead for TNC even more at this stage. The buyback from 11, it was cute. You know, he gets back in. He's able to get Ori out of there.
Yeah.
But the other 3 die.
Yeah, and that was 20k gold lead, 20k experience lead, and you saw Paparazzi. He's kind of this tanky frontliner, but then as soon as the BKB disappears, he's just instantly dead.
And it's just impossible for Lanham to get the egg off early in these fights.
The positioning by TNC here was fantastic. Every single time they want to grab that Underlord, take him out of the fight so they actually get that physical damage component, remove those negative auras. And look at Paparazzi. He has to run away from a tiny.
Yeah. This support tiny, Tims, is just wrecking him.
And look at this split-second play here, Raven. Running away. It looked like he was going to get caught, right? It was close. But the activation of the shrine was clutch.
I mean, and he still have to run there because of the old ghost. But indeed, 11 able to get Ori back.
Ori's TPing in. They see him right now, too.
He's looking for the setup. On to Tims. Tims spots the BKB. And he's out. 32 minutes in. And they're reaching a 20,000 net worth lead for TNC.
They're, I mean, incredibly high level too. Level 23 Timber, 21 Gyro, 18 Tiny.
Icarus dives slightly off the mark there for Lanham. Doesn't manage to clip on to Kukuso. Can flip himself out.
They're stalking 11.
Starts to poke at him.
The pings are coming out on Ori. They know he's separated from his team.
But they're going to jump in. Look for the stun. I mean, back to the Paparazzi from the BKB trying to commit, but he's committing onto a Lion. Ori's coming in as well. They really want Cuckoo dead. Can they actually get him? He's running up to the high ground. Does get finished off by the Chris Swamp.
The BKBs are down now, though.
That's a lot committed for a Lion.
Yeah. BKBs, Exorcism, everything on cooldown. TNC could look to re-engage. I might just wait for Cuckoo, though.
I think, you know, absolutely. TNC at this stage, they say, you popped out the Dragon Form, you popped Exorcism, you popped the BKBs. We'll wait it out. You got the Lion. Whoop-de-doo.
And what are they down to now? 6-second BKB on Ori, and I believe it's also a 6-second BKB on Paparazzi. That's going to be very costly in the later stages.
Tims. He's on the hunt.
Oh, on him. 700 HP. Tims is going to try.
Yeah, it won't be enough. Gives the bird a good old bash there.
Asserting his dominance.
Absolutely. Out you go, Lanham.
So, Cuckoo's up. Time to smoke.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do now. They've got those timings, still that little window where Vici Gaming's full team fight potential is not online quite yet.
Yep.
Pretty soon, though. How long till exorcism we've got?
70 seconds.
Okay, that
Still
is not,
quite a while.
that's not soon at all.
No.
That's a long time in the world of Dota 2.
He's got Shivas. He's pushing out kind of far right here. He's getting spotted. TNC.
So Sam
Ori will back up though.
get the grab.
Paparazzi's
Now,
under ward vision.
They want him. Cuckoo heading in. Instant
the
BKB,
BKB.
but they have the lasso still dragging him back. They got the damage to bring him down. Raven pops his own BKB. He's already managed to pick up 2 of them with the flag.
my
He
God,
just doing
Tim's
so
the
much in this
backline.
damage. As Vici gaming the lost 3, they're gonna lose Paparazzi as well.
That's 4 dead with no buyback. Tim's in the backline, catches 3 heroes with his avalanche toss combo.
Oh, Sims. This is, I mean, honestly, TNC in this game 1 and game 3 have done nothing less than just constantly impress.
Yeah,
This entire
minimal
lineup.
mistakes. Yeah, very minimal mistakes. And just fast paced and taking advantage of those heavy cooldowns. Ori mid.
Look at the toss back. Ori pops the BKB. He's surrounded by the full 5-man. The Eon Disc and BKB will be enough to keep him safe.
But not the Rax.
Absolutely not. Mid-tier 3 tower taken. The Rax as well. Falling in favor of TNC as they clean up the melee. They will back up.
They're gonna go for the Roche.
But now a 24,000 net worth lead.
Oh boy. Vici they have to play completely around X. We've been saying it time and time again. And now, I mean, the BKBs now are down. They're down to the 5 seconds. So if TNC can just back up and re-engage once the BKB's gone, we've seen how lethal their lineup really can be.
They're heading out, Vici Gaming. They have that exorcism. What can they do about it? Maybe they just go in the pit and look for the sort of the risky play onto Roche. Now they're playing it safe. It might get close to that point though. But it's so hard to do with the way that TNC is controlling the game as a whole. Need something spectacular here, Vici Gaming.
I believe Tim's now has a Silver Edge finished up too, so that's gonna make Paparazzi's life even more miserable than it already is. 3-9-4 on this Dragon Knight. Already 7-1-6 though. He's been really doing the heavy lifting for his team, and they are smoking
This is
into
the yellow play I'm talking about.
with
Just go
Firestorm.
into Roche.
They can kill it pretty quickly.
They
TNC.
can. I think they might get away with this. These are the sort of little risky plays that sometimes you're forced into and you absolutely have the chance for. The illusion's in, but Roadcount's already down. Vici get away with it, and they're getting out of there.
No
11
risk.
says, time to get out. We've got everything. We're out. Little things like this will give VG that extra bit of a chance with their backs against the wall. They have the cheese, they have the Aegis, but they do not have that exorcism for this defense, which may need to come into place as TNC may look to force whilst the exorcism's unavailable. See how hard they decide to go in on this. They know that they are going into this Aegis cheese.
Armel's level 25 now too for that long distance timber chain.
Ori. Sending out the waves here with the Sheep's Guard and Crypt Swarm. Making it that a little bit harder for TNC to head up to the high ground.
Samage.
But he's in. Got the lasso, there will be that Eon Disc, and of course the cheese and stuff ready here for the DP. Paparazzi jumping in straight away with the BKB stun onto the line. They found Cuckoo.
Ori gets the cheese off.
He's still alive for now, Ori, and he's looking to chase them down. Armel able to timber chain himself away, but Raven Yule's up. They're surrounding the Gyro. Raven now without his BKB. 3-man silence comes into play. Tims is still Shadowblading. Can turn. Moves with a 3-man avalanche toss. Vici Gaming getting caught down to half health, but Armel, he's getting focused. Timber chains himself away. Will be able to survive, but Tim's maybe in a bit more trouble as he gets left behind. Vici Gaming putting the push to an end on that bottom lane and getting 2 kills off the back of the defense.
That got scary though. The control they had for Ori was ridiculous. He almost wasn't actually able to get the cheese off, but their team fight still can be there with all that percentage damage they have. The Spirit Siphon, Firestorm, as well as Phoenix gives them enough to be able to chase and stop TNC for the time being.
So again, I mean, at the start, it looks like it was always the hard era to go on. This is a Death Prophet with a BKB, an Eon Disc, and a cheese. You're very unlikely to sort of get that kill off the start of the fight, but they wanted to force something TNC, but it ended up biting him in the back.
Yep.
As instantly you can see that TNC just realizing that they have to get themselves out the moment their own BKBs have fallen. And whilst Vici Gaming have that number advantage, having their 5 full man alive, As they are doing it here, Vici Gaming, in terms of keeping the game going. Still TNC.
Cuckoo now
Well,
getting
that
spotted
head.
out.
Paparazzi trying to find the lockdown. They've got the vision for the Yule setup. Cuckoo will be surrounded. Vici Gaming finding another little pick here from TNC's lineup.
Small gains.
They need a lot more of these though.
Oh yeah.
25k still stands between the two of them, but 25k behind and still be able to take these fights. This is huge news for Vici Gaming. This is showing us that they do have the chance.
Definitely. I mean, Paparazzi has completely, well, not completely caught back up, but he's caught back up significantly. Having MKB now going for Satanic after he's ahead of Tim's on the Tiny, which is
That's, you know,
quite a feat in this
that's
game
nice.
so far.
You know, mentally that's really nice for
Yeah.
Paparazzi, because Tim's has been giving him some torture
Really has.
from the laning stage onwards this game. Now Paparazzi has really been
Making
able to
a
have
play
a
on
top
top.
lane. These rip plays, catching armor off guard. Is he going to be able to play his way out of this one? The mass dance, it's going to be enough, surely.
The Maledict is
He
gonna
can't
hit him.
get out of that. He will
gets
get the
denied.
suicide.
Yep. 50 seconds until Timber
Can
is
Vici
back up.
Gaming really do this? Step it up.
I know how to handle such power.
So Raven, as we've been saying, they still lack the physical damage. So Raven is going to adjust, and he's going to be going for a straight Daedalus, just really needing that damage. And he's actually standing right next to a DD rune. So this could be what allows TNC to actually smoke up and try to take a fight.
Double damage!
So 20 seconds till Timber's up. He actually just grabs it.
Mid lane, Vici Gaming, they've got the Exorcism straight out from Ori.
All right. It's Arcane Rune Exorcism too.
See how TNC can look to take this fight. They're going to go for the smoke from the side. They're looking for the wraparound from behind.
They want 11, but look at 11's positioning. He is playing all the way in the back.
Can they make this jump, TNC? It's a very hard one to do so. They have the warrior that will clip the movement. They know exactly the whereabouts of Vici Gaming. Heading back.
Ghosts are starting to wear down.
Ori heading over. They still keep their distance. So Vici Gaming will be able to safely back away, back towards their base.
Cuckoo gets a ward down, instantly dewarded. Now they know the positioning. They already kind of did it of TNC, but now they know for sure. TNC not able to take advantage of having that DD rune there.
TNC. Be interesting to see how they do go about trying to close this game, but this is a situation where we've seen TNC in before and has been a weakness of them in the past sometimes when they have this large lead, but they somehow struggle to close the game up.
Yeah.
See if they can sort of overcome this problem that they have had back in one of the games here previously at DAC back in the groups. Or I believe I can't remember who it was against, but they had a 30k lead and they couldn't quite close it up.
Can't remember either. We casted that game, didn't we?
We did. I think it was Optic.
You might be right. So Lanem, they just gave Lanem the Tome, so level 18 has been picked up on Phoenix.
maybe not
So
GX. It was one of
Supernova. It was one of them.
Chat will know. Chat will know.
That one though.
Chat will know.
It was Newbie. It was Newbie.
Was it
Newbie
new?
It was Pugna. It was a Pugna game. Yeah, it was Newbie.
Oh yeah, it was
It was
SCCC.
Newbie. It was SCCC Pugna. Yeah.
Oh, SCCC. We're missing.
Took me a moment.
Did you check chat?
No.
Okay, I believe. Things slowing down a little bit here between the two sides as both know that they're in sort of awkward positions now. Vici Gaming, they're far behind. TNC, they're far ahead. The last few plays have not gone TNC's way. So both teams just a little precautious about how they progress.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way Vici's playing. They're literally just standing off of heroes together.
Yeah.
They can't split up. If they split up, it's going to cost them heavily. TNC now starting to kind of do the same thing. And Ori getting very close to Octarine, which will help them take the fights at a faster pace, because they'll always have that. Well, not always, but they'll have the ulti up more reliably.
See what they can get mid. Ori leading the charge. TNC, they do have a lot of money on some of their cores themselves. Not just the cores, Tim's, of course, well,
He's a core.
keep looking at him and he's saying he's a core. Yeah, Tim, he's got about 3,500 gold on this tiny at the moment, as he is looking to build into the Assault Cuirass.
Yep.
Still, the money is there for Raven to pick up the completed Daedalus if he wishes to do so, but obviously at this stage buyback might be a thing, and now he's actually switched it up. He gets the Demon Edge first, so he has the option to decide between the two. He's changed it. He's queuing up the rapier.
Okay.
I think this is the better call.
I mean, he's 7-0 and 14. It's not like they're
Yeah.
actually getting any chances to threaten kills on him, except for that one instance they had earlier. So this is going to be that pure, high physical damage to be able to try to pierce through this Underlord. The Atrophy Aura as well as the Crimson Guard. This could be the solution for them to try to close that game up.
Because I don't think he needed, because in this game at the moment, if he went for the Daedalus and say he's able to farm at the buyback goal, I feel like if your Raven dies once on the back of a push, it's not going to be game over. But when you're buying the Rapier, that certainly makes it closer to that sort of risky element. But obviously both ways it can work. If he walks into the fight, gets the full effects off of the flak, it's going to do a whole lot of work against Vici Gaming.
Yeah, and they're probably recognizing that like the next biggest thing in this game is actually going to be fighting around that Roche pit. So if he gets a Rapier, they get Aegis.
He's still holding back on it. I wonder if Raven is still.
He might change it. We'll see.
I think he might still be thinking about it. Does he really want to go for a Rapier yet? Is it really in Rapier territory at the moment? You're so far ahead. Do you need to take that risk? As we've seen, they are struggling to close the game up. But are they struggling enough that you want your core buying a Rapier when you're 27k net worth ahead?
Getting the high ground here.
You are going to head up into it. Put the ward down so TNC have the bit.
See everybody.
Maybe they can get one of the separated. We're going to see Tim's coming away into the BKB. Then Man's going to pop it down. What's going to kill off Phantom? That's one now, but immediate buyback from Phantom. BKB comes in from back around Ziori. Able to bring down Cuckoo. Savage with his own BKB. Playing around with 11 Raven. Keeping the distance. He's heading to the shot. Is he going to pick anything big up? He isn't for now. They will leave Samh behind. They lose 2 here on TNC.
Instantly when Lanem bought back, all of TNC just tried to disengage. The Ghosts were expended too. And Roche not quite up yet, 44 seconds for that. Starting to see Paparazzi doing some damage in the fights though.
Yeah.
He actually was the one who did the most in that fight, being 3100.
MKB. This is a tanky dragon though.
It is.
And there's a DD rune here as well. Paparazzi will grab it. As you say, Roshan, not quite back there. Would have been quite a big grab for them to get if it had respawn. It will not be the case. Armel, 5,200 gold on him. And still Raven, still yet to make that purchase.
He's holding on.
He's still considering the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, saving for buyback when you're buying a Rapier always sort of feels like how much worth is that buyback actually going to be? I mean, sure, it's that extra little chance, but if you're going in on the Rapier, you're going in.
Vici just waiting for their ultis to come back up. TNC. The Roche is up now, and Raven will scout it out. This could be where he goes to buy that Rapier, and they go to do the Roche. Yeah, I do think so.
Rapier and Roshan.
Yep,
is that
there
going
it
to be
is.
the plan? It's coming out. He's done it, Raven.
They try to make a play up top here with the Rift. Raven.
Got to be careful now with this Rapier, Tims. Maybe looking for the lead in. There's the gem on 11. They'll smoke up.
I think they caught a glimpse of the Raven. I mean, at least they should have. They did see Raven.
Tims on the front line. TNC just being very careful how they take this fight. As you say, they picked up that Rapier with the hope that they could get in and take Roche. It's not going to happen that simply. Vici Gaming are ready to contest. They will have to back up and deal with this mid wave that's trying to get it pushed in with the stronger creeps favoring TNC.
Global call down taken. Raven's trying to do the split push here. Doesn't take the homing missiles this time around, so they can keep those lanes pushed in so they can take a better fight. And Ori also got level 25 on the Death Prophet, so Exorcism granting haste will actually allow him to close the gap a lot of those times, because they've still been struggling to catch sometimes, and here we go.
Around the pit. Unbox the Shiva's Scarf. There's going to start to do. Samh jumps in. He's got the grab it on. The finger comes through as well. Can he get this man in time? The Supernova comes out.
Raven's disabled.
The Hex Raven getting surrounded against the BKB off. He's trying to get the Supernova, but he's falling through it though. Raven's dead. The Raven is the dead. TNC, they've lost 2, they've lost 3. Vici Gaming.
God.
A successful Supernova. And the instant lockdown there coming out onto Raven, meaning that he could do nothing at all. Armel, the last man surviving, but that is the Rapier gone. Who managed to grab it?
Paparazzi.
This
He is now hitting for 600.
He's ready for revenge.
They got the lockdown. They got the stuns needed to get the gyrocopter down to more than half HP, or less than half HP, before he was able to get the BKB off. It took them far too long to be able to kill 11.
And into the pit they go. Paparazzi, the
TNC's
dream for
completely
him.
lost full control of this game. They had already been losing control for quite a long time.
This is
but
what
now,
I said you got to be worried about sometimes with TNC.
Oh my
These sort of
goodness.
situations they do find themselves in where they just can't close it up. And now, Rapier, he'll take the cheese, Paparazzi. Lanham will hold the Aegis and the refresher shot for himself. There's a double damage room bottom, but Armel will be able to take it away. At the least, TNC.
How does TNC actually take the fights now? They have no damage anymore. Now all the damage is on Vici.
They have got a Hex.
Do you want to look? Let's take a look at this net worth chart, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Have a look at the win probability. We'll have to look at the replay first, but again, the instant control on Raven, as you say.
Yeah, they get the grab on 11, and Tim's is doing a lot of damage here. But watching the backlines, watch Raven, the instant blink stun by Paparazzi, and look at his HP. He's already down below half HP. The supernova as well finishes and just all that damage.
Paparazzi's built the MKB Satanic. This dragon is absolutely terrifying.
I'll take that.
And now it's just a 6k lead in comparison to what they were at before. You can see that graph there.
And you know, just a 30,000 experience swing as well, pretty much.
My goodness.
Oh man.
And the win probability, yeah, we can't quite make it smarter this game. We've had it 75% favoring TNC, and now towards 75% favoring Vici Gaming.
I mean, Vici's in such a comfortable spot now. I mean, of course, they got a Rapier.
Have picked up, as I say, the Cypher Vice on armor, so they do have ways themselves of getting on top and fully disabling Paparazzi, but still, even if they achieve that, he's got 3,700 health, 36 armor.
And let's see what's that status resist as well. Oh, just, you know, 26.8 on top.
There's going to be a very hard defense for TNC to pull together.
I mean, Raven needs another Rapier for them to have physical damage to pierce through these BKBs.
The pass refresher shot over to Ori, so he's got a second one as well after this if he wants to remain pushing in. How did TNC take a fight now? They couldn't do it when they were ahead. Are they going to be able to do it when they're behind? No, it doesn't look like an Armel.
He's dead for 67.
Off the map, Vici Gaming. They kept their cool and they're turning things around as now they'll be the ones with the net worth lead. They get the racks. Armel buys back, but Vici Gaming's out of there. As their composure is just outdoing that of TNC's.
He just got gold for the buyback there too. It's because they got the mid-range racks from the creeps. It gave him the gold to actually be able to buy back on the timber.
I think
Vici has absolute control.
To be able to hold the game whilst being as behind as they were and now swinging it around.
Yeah.
The biggest hope for TNC really is Raven farming another Rapier.
Exactly.
Which he is. He has got the relic. Even then, killing the Dragon Knight is going to be quite an ordeal. This hero, Paparazzi, bullied intensely during the laning stage, but now he could be the hero that really wins the game here for Vici Gaming. With that Rapier in his hands. Hex now on Ori, so another way that Vici Gaming can get in and on top of TNC's cause.
Vici's looking to close this one out. They're claiming the high ground, hoping that they have some of TNC running them. TNC is under vision for a moment there of Vici too. Cuckoo.
Still about 1,300 or so until second Rapier can be there. Or Rave. Farming intensely on this bottom lane. Desperately trying to find... Yeah,
Vici's just going to force it though. There's no glyph available.
They've got to get back. Raven does not have a TP, so he'll have to head himself over to the side shop. Will do so.
Anyone Vici jumps now is just going to die so fast.
Yeah, look at the push. The ghost around. And this is still without that refresher shot being used, just the natural cooldown coming into play here.
And look how Paparazzi's playing. He's letting Ori just be this full frontliner. He's waiting to see a target so that he can get that instant stun off. They're aware that they can just take the racks with the exorcism at no risk. And now they have a refresher shot. They've got a secondary one if they want to keep going.
They can go for those megas, absolutely. If they want to keep the pace high.
Ori takes the very safe route, not walking through the enemy base.
Still without that new rapier, Raven. Can't really get out to
900.
farm. He has to stay within the base. Vici Gaming really bringing it all together here on the main stage. In this game where everything was against them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 39,000 gold swing in total so far, which is
and I sort of
one
go back to
one of the more
as
we see.
you know, when he brought that first rapier fog, did he really need to do it? If he had a dateless and he died there, we saw they weren't forced to buy back and such. I don't know if they would be in a similar situation to they were now. Sure, it would probably still not be great, but they wouldn't be up against the Dragon Knight with a rapier.
Hey, that's for damn sure. Yeah, they did feel like that's the choice in the game, right? They felt like they needed. They felt like they were doing no physical damage in the fight. So it's a team decision.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those decisions that half the time it pays off, half the time it does not.
Vici. They waited patiently for their exorcism so they could save the refresher shard. Glyph still not available for TNC. Here we go. Final set of racks.
There's the new rapier.
He's got it finished. Okay.
He's got it.
He actually sold his phase boots for it.
You don't need shoes when you're dead. Raven. Got the butterfly stutter in, but the fight's starting off. They find the lasso. Raven's trying to get involved. He gets the BKB out, but the damage isn't enough with the Crypto Guards up from Vici Gaming. They're heading straight away towards Raven. Raven being forced back towards the fountain. He's got to get himself away, or he's just diving in. Raven and Armel only just surviving. But they do. Tims, he'll be the one to fall, but he has buyback available. Maybe they can get back in now onto Vici Gaming now that the big spells have been used. The ultimate now wearing off.
There's another exorcism though.
He's going to be able to come in with that second one for sure. There it is, Armel. Hexed up, forced to the side here by Cuckoo. Keep Armel safe. Oh, forcing Vici Gaming away. TNC jump forward, stun. To cut down Ori, but immediately loads of sword. They're reflecting the stun. In fact, Tims, he's trying to play with it. Goes forward, gets the break it onto the DK on the side. They're trying to get the hits off here with the Black Cannon with the Yules up. It's going to disable the damage coming out from Raven. They found one, but Raven's getting focused on the side by Ori. Cuckoo comes in, forces Raven back. Raven will be fine. Eleven's looking to take the rest home.
Oh my god. TNC got the
they are holding slightly, but surely. Fight there, almost remarkable that TNC only lost Tims within the chaos of it. They were able to keep Raven safe enough, get him back to base.
It was like you said though, Tims was able to get that Silver Age. They got the bonus damage coming through there
they have
from
to
the
get
flag.
that on Paparazzi to have the chance.
Yeah.
So where's that rapier gone now?
It's on the Bat Rider.
It's on the Bat Rider, Sam H.
Buy a Mask of Madness. Don't buy a Mask of Madness, I'm joking.
Do it. He's getting the E on this. That's a pretty smart one.
Yeah.
Make sure that he can live. So 2 rapiers now on TNC's side. One is on a bat. But hey, it's better than it being on the DK on the other side.
Yep. And they're looking to get aggressive.
They are.
They know that they use majority of their spells on it. Vici. Ori has bought a refresher orb though. And exorcism will be up in about 12 seconds.
What a roller coaster of emotions this game has been so far for the team. They find the opening straight away. And this will come into play. Lotus Orb as well out on Tori. They're disengaging. TNC trying to get themselves out of there. 2 buybacks come out. The Yule Scepter onto Armel, setting him up. They've got the Hex, but again, another Yule's actually coming into play. Armel, is he going to get the chance? Tim checks him out. He is. He's out of there. He is out of there indeed. I think because someone Yulesed him at the same time someone Hexed him.
Yeah.
Okay, did use himself, I guess. A little win nonetheless, but he gets out. That was 2 buybacks coming out from Vici. Cuckoo will commit his own buyback. As he gets back in, they want to play it fast. They know, I mean, if they can kill Paparazzi off, with his buyback on cooldown, TNC could look to close this game.
Roller coaster of emotions.
I mean, for TNC, to be able to keep their cool when that sort of a swing hits back at them, and now they're able to regain some sort of control on this match that, after that rapier was fed away, almost looked like it was lost.
Dude, I mean, Aeon Disc is looking like an absurd item this game, to be honest with you. It saved Ori. I can't even count how many times this game. He still only has 1 death. 9, 1, and 16. Every single time they try to focus this man. Or this girl, this ghost lady. It pops, and he's fine.
I got the refresher orb on Lanham as well. Double supernova is not going to be anything to laugh at. So we'll see here. Yeah, so that,
it's his Yules. He did that the other day when we were watching him a lot, remember?
He did the second one, but I mean when he got hexed at the start,
yeah, someone else
Yules him. So that was sort of time where they weren't really able to do anything to him.
Yeah,
because he was hexed and Yules.
I think that was Lionm's Yules. I mean, it's...
I guess
in those
he still probably gets out.
In those hectic situations, right? It's...
Sure. Right. TNC.
TNC.
They're coming out. Raven. Also BKB straight away. Look at the move, and they managed to get the lasso. They've got it on the back. That's against the Tim's. Jumps in. Looking for the control. But the BKB's out. Paparazzi wants to say Tiny able to heal himself back. The X does everyone. That duration. Holding TNC down. They lost Cuckoo. Armor cuts across the midst of it all. Savage still trying to poke him for the side of the Raven. But they've lost the Giant. Raven. He's down. Rapier hits the deck. Armor getting rooted up. Surrounded by VG Gaming. The buyback for Lana. They want to go all in. It's TNC. They've lost 4. No Tims for 2 minutes. Armel and Raven will buy back, but now the Rapier's in the hands of Vici Gaming, I believe 11. He's got the one of them.
Lonem with the 5-man stun from the Supernova.
I mean, that
with the talent as well.
It's an incredible length to that stun duration. Yep. Shamay still managed to keep his own Rapier safe, but with the Rapier in the hands of the Underlord, they're into the pit. They'll get this Aegis cheese and refresher shot once again, Vici Gaming. And now at 60 minutes in, 11k lead back towards themselves.
Raven tickles now, though. He has no damage.
He's queuing up a 1.
The mitigation that comes out from Underlord and all these Aeon discs is just absolutely crucial to Vici being able to turn this game around.
Can VG close it up this time? We saw them. That advantage before, still 50 seconds without the Tim's Tiny.
I mean, they really should be able to now at this point. I mean, Raven is hitting it for like 260.
It's been an up and down game, but this part, surely TNC can't hold on to this as VG.
They've got Exorcism up in 4, as well as the Refresher Shard soon.
Cuckoo jumping in for a quick poke. Closer out. Ori ready to start focusing these tier 4 towers. In comes 11. The Hex down straight away. Self-fuels here as they try and keep this Timber still safe, but he's been silenced up. Again, the Supernova. They've got to get rid of this X somehow. Can they do it in time? They're trying to focus it. Will they do so? They can't. The Supernova successful. Lana with the big ults and the GGD does come out. VG Gaming here in front of the home crowd will take the series against TNC 2-1.
Being able to hold it at a 30k deficit and turn this game around, such good team play coming out from Vici, and TNC just unable to close it out. These Aeon discs, absolutely ridiculous. Every single time they try to kill this Death Prophet, it gets turned around on them.
What a game, man. Definitely a victory here that as you can hear, home crowd is going wild about. And rightfully so, as you say, to see Vici Gaming be able to achieve that swing around. Again, TNC, this situation, we said we've seen them in it before.
Yep.
They struggle in certain situations, certain lineups where they get this lead, but they just can't close it up. They can't break the base. And Vici Gaming, it was almost as if they knew that. They knew if they just played safe, played composed, made sure not to feed anything unnecessary outside of the base.
That was the big thing. They played completely as a unit every single time. They didn't give TNC the opportunity, like, oh, someone gets caught out, something like that.
Ori, as you said, 10, 1, and 21.
He played it like perfectly in this game. His itemization as well, like absolutely flawless, at least from him.
It really did. It really did. And wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a series really to end this day 2. Commiserations for TNC as obviously being knocked down after a game like this is going to be quite a blow to them, as their emotions that game must have been a wild ride.
Definitely.
But there we have it. 2-1, the series going in favor of Vici Gaming.
Absolutely unbelievable series.
Take your tribute. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Boy, Dire's bottom tower is taking a beat. Radiant structures, they're fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I was meant
Boy,
to
Dire's
have
bottom
this.
tower is taking a beating. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Your doom be averted.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has crumbled to the dust from which it came. It's the fate of us all.
I saw you. I knew where you were heading. My waters rise the realm.
Got it. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Luck.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Double kill. You're washed up.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is taking Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, look, Dire's fortified, I see. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Uproot and after
I'll do that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Go.
The nether reaches out. I was meant to have this.
Reaches generation.
Subside.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. The Dire's top tower is under attack. The Dire's top tower is just died. Angry. The Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I must be dreaming.
Who fells me? Radiant's bottom tower is fallen! Dire's middle tower is under attack! Dire's middle tower is fallen!
Got it. The seeds of fortune. Pull roots and run.
Don't waste your time. Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing. Radiant's middle tower ain't radiating no more. I'll vouch for that, you know what I mean?
Invisibility. I'll take that. Warriors of the wood. I'll take your tribute. Middle is missing. Coin of the realm. Illusion meant to have this. Bottom tower is under attack. Here, Radiant's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste your time. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is fallen. An ill wind carries me. The seeds of fortune. I deserve this. I'll take it. The nether reaches out.
was meant to have this. My waters rise.
Got it.
drubbing. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are fallen. But the Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks, they're under attack. Dominating. Look, the Dire's top tower is under attack. Illusion. Disconnect. Wicked sick. Shayaka. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower ain't radiating no more. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks, they're under attack. Radiant's ancient is under attack.